Sybil Ludington's Ride, Historical Nonfiction. Listen, my children, and you shall hear of the midnight ride of Sybil Ludington. Thanks to a very famous poem, almost everyone knows about Paul Revere. The name of Sybil Ludington, however, is probably unfamiliar. Yet, like Revere, Ludington made an impressive midnight ride to warn American patriots, those fighting for independence, of an approaching British army. In April 1777, 2 years after Revere's famous ride, British soldiers made an assault on Danbury, Connecticut, not too far from where 16-year-old Sybil Ludington lived. The Continental Army, as the Army of the Americans was called, stored supplies in Danbury, and the British strategy was to burn them. Once the supplies were destroyed, the British began to burn the homes and workplaces of numerous patriots in Danbury. The villain in this raid was the British general William Tryon, who lost control of his soldiers and allowed them to hurt innocent citizens. A messenger quickly rode out from Danbury with news of the attack. His destination was the mill of Colonel Henry Ludington in nearby New York State. Only Ludington, the leader of about 400 Patriot volunteers, could fight off the British. After hearing the news, Ludington quickly agreed to help, but his men were spread out for miles. Who would alert them? The messenger from Danbury did not know his way around the area. Ludington himself had to stay at home to assemble his soldiers as they arrived. Perhaps that's when Ludington's daughter, Sybil, volunteered to make the ride, or perhaps Ludington asked her to go. Either way, it was a shrewd choice. No one could dispute that Sybil was a skillful rider, and she knew the local roads well. Also, as the oldest of 12 children, she was used to responsibility. Sending Sybil was a decision that would be easy to justify. Sybil quickly mounted her horse and rode off on her mission. It was after 9 p.m. and raining when she left, and in the darkness, the rough, unmarked trails could be misleading. Sybil never lost her way, though, galloping from farm to village and calling out the news. In all, she rode 40 miles that night, twice as far as Paul Revere. Along the way, she had to avoid British spies and soldiers. According to one account, she even used a type of gun called a musket to scare away some outlaws who preyed on travelers at night. Sybil had a productive ride that night. When she arrived back home at dawn, more than 400 Patriot volunteers were gathering at her father's mill. Under Colonel Ludington, they were quickly converted into a regular fighting force. By now, the British had burned and abandoned Danbury and were marching inland. Ludington's forces, however, stopped the British advance. Later, at the Battle of Ridgefield, the Patriots fought the British invaders, who eventually retreated to their boats on Long Island Sound. In the months that followed, Sybil's father and the volunteers he led often praised and thanked Sybil for her heroic ride. Even General George Washington sent his congratulations for a job well done. Like so many other patriots, Sybil Ludington had come to the aid of her country.